Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode on our single player world. Today we are going to be doing a lot of different things. First of all, we are going to be building inside of this because I think this turned out quite well. And as far as I can see in the comments, a lot of people really like this build. And I like the way that we are going along with the village. So there's a few differences, a few things that we're going to be changing. Very minimal things. And one thing I'm still not 100% certain on is if I... Let me just go up here quick. There. Thank you. Is this piece over here, which I did mention in the last episode that I wasn't very happy with the way this is. And we got to get going on to the end right now because I got to do something in the end and I'll meet you, I'll carry on over there and I'll talk to you guys while we go. But that piece over there, could you imagine, this is just, all of a sudden I had this wild, like, thought. How cool would it be if we could have a spruce wall? Like, it sounds kind of funny when I say that. I know you're like, but we've got spruce fences. But imagine if you could bundle 4 spruce fences to get the same thickness as a cobblestone wall. Like, that would be the ideal piece to put in between that and then the next piece. Imagine that, you know? Like, Pacific... I can't speak already. I start off every episode messing up my words. I don't know why. But if you had in that spot where that block was, you know, the spruce block below the fence, that would be a wall. Imagine that. Imagine how cool that would be. So, let's go around this way. You guys haven't seen my dirty diorite entrance, have you? I very rarely come through the end here, but that is the most disgusting entrance I could have imagined, and I don't know why I've done it. I guess it's just me being cheap. I'll try to work out a better way to use diorite, and man, I am chewing through these. How have I got lost? Okay, not lost anymore. I got this. I know where I'm going. Over here. Beautiful. And you'll notice that, yes, I do have firework rockets, and yes, I'm using them pretty damn well. Man, that was a smooth landing. I'm just saying, that was a very smooth landing. But I'm using them pretty much everywhere now, because I've managed to get myself the mob farm working to a state where we can get the drops very well. And not only that, I've also got a lot of sugarcane, because I AFK'd at the sugarcane farm for about an hour, which is probably the most AFKing we've done in this world so far, because majority of it we've been spending playing, which is great. It's always great. I'm not a fan of AFKing. Before I go anywhere, this is the end spawn, of course, and I'm actually going to have to change this over because Endermen are stealing my blocks. But this, I've just put this little railing over here so I don't walk straight off, because I actually walk into the portal, I look over to the side, and then I start finding myself walking towards this. And that is sudden death. Look at that. That is going straight into the void. So what I've done is I've put in a little bit of a ramp here. This is some staircase, which will eventually get looking good. And over here, in the last stream, which was actually earlier today, I started putting in a bunch of black glass, which was overwhelmingly suggested. And I didn't like it at first, but you know what? I tried it, it looked spooky enough, and I'm going for it. The reason this torch is here, by the way, is this is 33 blocks from the nearest spot that an Enderman can be. And that is because if you go 30, they can teleport within 32 blocks of wherever they are when we hit them. So as long as we make everything unspawnable up to here, we should be okay. I would imagine we would be okay. And I mean, of course, we make the rest unspawnable, but you know what I'm saying. We don't need a roof after that. So over here, we've got the ender render, you guys are calling it. I didn't really know it was called the ender render, but it works pretty cool. It's a pretty cool name, right? So what I want to do is today we're going to get started with a little piece of the big project, the 1 million ender pearls, which is, man, every time I think about it, it's such a ridiculous amount of ender pearls. But that is going to take up pretty much from here, where I've put this here, this is where the chests are going to start as well, to where those stairs start, are going to be full of chests, about 5 levels tall. And before I go anywhere, quick shout out to Ellie from our streams and our videos, for doing the cool calculations, because I thought I had them. Turns out I was wrong, and I've had a look and definitely have the right amount of blocks. So shout out to Ellie. And what we are going to do right now is we are going to get started on a few little bits and pieces, as I say, to get towards this. Today we are going to be putting in every second set of chests, and I'll say every second set of chests in there because we need a lot of iron for tripwire hooks if we want to do every single set of chests. So we don't quite have the iron yet. By the way, I've taken the dragon egg as well. Oh, it's nighttime. Right, so I don't have enough iron to do that. So we're going to do every second row of chests, and we're going to build this up as we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and enchant this. By the way, there's some shulker boxes. We're going to need to fill up 1, 2, and about 2/3 of a shulker box. That's actually the first stray I've seen in this world, by the way. So just about almost 3 shulker boxes full of wood to have enough wood to be able to make chests for this area. Although I think we might need a bit less because, of course, every second chest is not going to be necessary for today. So I'm going to get as close to it. And for that, I'm going to be chopping down an entire, well, not entire, but a large chunk of the spruce forest way deep over there. And also, by the way, I'm going to have to enchant this with efficiency 5. I know I've got 2 efficiency 4 books. Alright guys, before I go any further, I want to thank you guys for all the crazy support we've had on this series. And it's really been a crazy, crazy start to it. And while we chop down these trees, if you guys do want to go check out something very cool, I would appreciate it if you guys went to have a look at this. Me and my buddy Wells Knight went on a tour of my last world, and I know there's a lot of new people here. There's a lot of people who have been around even in the last world that might not have seen everything in it. So we've done a tour, and I've got it over on his channel because, in fact, I have derped up. But if you guys are interested, and I would highly appreciate if you guys go send some love his way, type in on his comments saying Jansey sent me, and you guys can watch that video, catch up with what's going on. And I'll leave a link down in the description right now. So before we go any further, go check that out. I would definitely recommend it. Now, as we're going through here, I, of course, have chopped down a lot of wood. And, of course, I'm recording this after we've chopped down all this wood. And it was a lot. It took me a long, long time. Probably about just over an hour. In fact, that's not really that bad. But it's a long time to get a lot of wood. And efficiency 5 was the best idea I had because that was a non-efficiency efficiency axe. Man, messing words up again. Second clip of the day. Messed them up, but that's alright. So, I've just gone ahead. I've destroyed this forest. And in fact, a lot of people will be saying I'm making it look ugly. And if a weird thing is, I actually kind of like it. I kind of like this big empty podzol biome, weirdly enough. But in fact, this is going to eventually probably be a large mountain range. That's my thought of it. So, this is a far, far time. Definitely a far time from where we are right now. But I was thinking this whole thing could have a really huge mountain around it, which is why you have to go around this whole city. And also, by the way, the main city that we're having in the lake area, which a lot of you guys will know about. If you don't know about it, have a look at the map of our seed. You'll see the giant lake that I'm talking about down in the southwestern area of the map. And what that lake is going to, what we're going to have there is we're going to have this big mountain in the way that you have to go either around the first village or the second village way. And also, through the second village, I was talking about people coming through there. And why would people want to come through there? And of course, I said the tunnel. But I've had a very good suggestion in the comments in the last episode. And that was to actually put through a bunch of passageways. Man, never mind. A bunch of passageways in each direction where they kind of have dead ends. And you get lost. And it kind of just sparked an idea of maybe having a crevice to enter into this mountain. Like a little hidden spot where you can kind of just fit in, and then we've got a whole maze through that mountain, a bunch of challenging pieces to get through, a bunch of dead ends, a massive, massive thing in that mountain, because this mountain is going to be fairly large, and of course we can just keep going down if we really wanted to. I don't think we would use that much space to do it, and I reckon it'll turn out very, very well. So, as we come to an end of this chopping down section, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I love watching the trees despawn. I don't know what it is about it. They're just fun to watch. But as I come to the end of this, we are going to go and do some building and place all these chests in the end. But I want to go and do some building just to break it up a little bit as well. And if you guys haven't checked out Wells Knight, definitely go check Wells Knight's channel out where we've got our video on there and you guys can catch up with everything between the two worlds. And we're back in the village. So, starting off, I want to go ahead and get into the inside bits of this. And I've actually got some cool things which I want to show you guys. And, first of all, this is what I've done. Quickly have a look for some mobs. Ooh. I've got to fix that up. That's not a problem. That's easy to fix. Easy enough to fix. So inside here, I have gone ahead and I've got the roof looking good. I think it's looking pretty good, except for that one little part over there. And over here, actually, I'm going to put in a spruce log, just to take away from the fact that that is actually a different sort of roof. I couldn't work out a good way to combine those besides adding in a spruce piece, which is not too bad. Look at it over there. Not too bad. I just have to work out, I just need to get a bit more spruce. Not that we have a shortage of spruce, but I need to do it. I just need to do it. Okay, so starting off, this chandelier which I put in here, which I think is going to work very well, we're going to put in the actual chandelier. That's just the thing. That's just the cable holding it. I can make this. I know I can. I have to be able to, surely. It's a little bit tricky. A little bit tricky. Aha. All right. So I've also done in this piece here. Look at that. That's just me trying to fill up this wall. I've pushed that back a little bit. I've just done a few things. Made the roof interesting as well, by the way. Look at that. Just playing around. I've been messing around with stairs so much recently. And I'm loving them. I'm loving them. So what I want to do here is I want to do that. I'm thinking. I've never done a chandelier with torches, but I feel like the torch would be really, really cool. Maybe like that and that. We'll just put these on here for now, and then we'll see. Actually, can I? Yes. Yep. Cool. And there as well, and we'll see how we go. I might even do a little bit more than what we've done here. We'll use those. Because oh, by the way, before I go any further, look at that. Look at that. That was the one we were using to cut down all those spruce trees. 17. I was like, you know what? I can't carry on. Not that this one's any much better, but yeah, definitely not 17. We really need mending. Man, we need mending. So let's go ahead and do that. And we do that. And we have a look at it. And I know this is very simple, but if this goes correct, I like it just like that. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to do another layer, but I like it like that. I like it. It's working very well. It's working very well. Okay. Do I drop it down one more? I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I know we don't have all the light coming down here. Maybe just one more? Would one more be too low? Yeah, I think one more would be too low. You know what we can do? Because I want this to be like a little bit gloomy inside. I don't know if everyone knows the sort of pub feel that I'm feeling. Maybe everyone might not necessarily understand what I'm talking about here, but there's always like this kind of dark, not necessarily scary or sinister, but sort of like a gloomy feeling to many pubs, and I'm kind of going for that, you know, where it's sort of cozy as well. Oh, you know what? Speaking of cozy, I've got a good idea. I've got a very good idea. We're going to be putting in a fireplace right over there. That is what we're going to do. Because why not? Why not put a fireplace in there? Okay, carrying on. So I want this to be a little bit more cozy feeling. So I want to have like a table over here, perhaps. Just we'll just do a simple one for now. This isn't how it's going to go. I've just got to figure these out. But we'll have something like that. And then we can always put a candle on there. Like that. Although that's too bright for me. But we'll work this out. We'll work this out right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've got some paintings as well, which we can actually mess around with over here. Can we? I want to do one of the long ones over here. We'll do that there. And there we go. Perfect. Let's have a look. Yep, good. We'll probably do some over there, and we'll have a bar counter over here. What I'm about to do now, you will actually know about if you watched the video on Willside's channel. I think it's the one that's coming out next. There's 2 videos. This will be on the second one, I think. And this over here is something that we discussed, and I think I've got a very good idea for it. In fact, this was also, well, this was put in a comment in the last episode, and I think this is a very good idea. So I was thinking of building a barrel in here, but that was inside here. And I got a comment suggesting putting a barrel outside, and I was like, you know what? That actually is not a bad idea. If we put a barrel outside, just as if this is where all the tanks are held, that will work very well. Now, I know if you guys know about our last rule, you will know about the room we don't speak about, the barrel room from our brewery, which was a terrible room. Oh man, that was horrible. And I think we're going to be doing ourselves a bit of justice here, because this is a great design that Wells Knight showed me, and I think it's a fantastic design. And I don't know why I didn't think of it. Like I'm sure something like this may have crossed my mind, and I think I would have just discounted it, that it wouldn't have worked. But man, this works so well. Just this very simple way of doing it. And there's a nice little touch that he showed me as well, which is, just give me a second. Which is gonna show itself right about now. Let's do that there, and we'll do. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's quickly do that. Let's quickly add this little piece in that I want to add in, which Wells Knight showed me, which is actually using a tripwire hook. We should have some iron in here somewhere. Please show me some iron. Okay, maybe we don't have any iron. All right, I had to go get a piece of iron from our main base, which don't ask me how much work it took me to get this piece of iron. But we're back, and it wasn't actually too bad. So I've got this one piece of iron here, and we're going to need to use a crafting table. No creepers down here. Good. All right, quickly make ourselves one of these, one of those, and one of these. Is that the wrong way? Maybe I've done this backwards. I always do it backwards every single time. I think I've done it the backwards way, and then I do it the backwards way. So here we go. This over here, down the bottom. Bam, you've got yourself a spout. And in fact, I don't know if this was my idea for it. I wanted to do something like this, just a little bit of feet on this thing. Yeah, that could work. That could work quite well. There as well. And there as well. Alright, so I want to do one last little piece to this, and that is also adding in a little bit more, because it's kind of bland right now, and I don't like that. In fact, you know what, I might even push this up one level and put these feet below it. But I was actually thinking of doing something like this originally, like that there, and that there, but I realized that, you know what, we still don't have vertical half slabs in Minecraft, so sadly, that just won't work. That just won't work. But you know what, there's got to be something else I can do to this, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out as we go. And this is what I landed up with. I decided to just go with this. I'm actually going to probably find a name to name this ale, but I was thinking just to put something in the barrel, you know what I mean. Make it a little bit different, and if you actually stand here, occasionally you can hear a little bit of stuff leaking out of this. Okay, we're not lucky. We're not lucky, but I decided I would leave a little bit of water inside of it, so we can occasionally make it sound like there's something pouring out. So as we go down here, you can see I've done a few little things, nothing too much. I've got 2 giant holes. This is why. Now this is going to be controversial. I know it. I know it's going to be very controversial, but I want to try this. That means we're going to have to do this, that, and that. No, that. Yeah, I actually don't mind that. Oh, that one. Let's try this way. The circle. Very controversial blocks, but I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to leave them there. And I know a lot of people are going to be split on these, but I'm going to try them out. Let's just give them a chance. You know, I personally didn't like the addition of these blocks to the game, but you know, we never know. We never know. Maybe we'll fall in love with them. So I was planning out the fireplace over here, and I also had this one here, I think. Is that where the block is? That good? I'm trying to get the giant pig. There's like one with a pig that I want to get in here, and that's... No, I don't want that. I'm pretty sure this should be the size that we need. There we go. There we go. Look at that. The pig and stuff. That's the one I want. Let's just stand up here. Perfect. So as we come in here, we've got the pig. Alright, now let's get going on this part over here. The fireplace. I was thinking... Okay. You have to do this every episode, man. That is... that one piece of dirt. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit up with that one piece of dirt again. I know what it's up to. I know what it does. So how about something like that? And we can do a little bit of a... Is this a mantle, right? A mantelpiece? Let's do that there. Yeah? I think that's alright. I think that's alright. Considering we're working with an even number here as well, I think that's not too bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so... we'll do something like that. I think they're in here. Some of these here. We'll just cover it up. In fact, I might even leave a little bit of an area here. Let me try this out. Let me just do that and another one. And then those. We can leave a little area like this behind it. I think this would work. Let's just do that there, that there, that there. Bam, bam, and... Yeah, what the heck, let's just... Okay, never mind. It was destined not to be. It was destined not to happen. Those, and... We'll change them up later. We'll change up for nicer blocks. Something like that, and then we can do something like this. And then that looks like the flames are getting pulled up there into the chimney. So that's my thought there. Let's go bam, bam. Let those go. That's going to be kind of cool. Maybe in here... Let's see how long before I actually get back. You know what? Let's do this the smart way. Okay, maybe there is no smart way. We'll just get rid of everything. Brute force and ignorance. That's the way we got to do this. Okay, so something like that. Something like that. Yeah, that just creates a nice little curve in it. That's beautiful. That's good. That's good. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to build a chimney outside as well, but I think that's going to work very, very well. Okay, great. So once we've got this done now, I've got one last thing that I have to do. I'll put the block in there later. Remind me. If I forget, remind me. But I think that's gonna work. That's a nice little thing. I'm gonna be putting tables over here. That's why I'm not too concerned about this, by the way, guys. And the next thing, the bar itself. I'm gonna put up a shelf here. And do I have the materials? I do. Something like that. Is that a bit high? Nope. And then what we're gonna do is we're also gonna do the front of the bar. And I've actually used this trick before. And it kind of relies on you not ever really going behind the bar. Is that... No. Is that right? Will this work? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Although I don't really want this over here, but... Basically, the idea is, if you... Oh, look at that. Let's just get rid of these. Let's just use the wrong tools for a bit to break stuff. We'll use that, like, a shovel to break dirt and stuff from now on, just in case. Because I really do not want to destroy our stuff. There we go. And then here's the trick. We do this, this, this. You've got yourself a nice little counter. And the only way it'll work is actually if you get rid of all of these. So including this one over here. So if we get rid of that there. And we will do this. This just means we can't go behind the counter. But that's alright. I'm not planning on doing it. In fact, I'm planning on maybe one day just trapping a villager behind there once we've got ourselves a villager safe area. That'll work. That'll work very well. Okay, good. Now, how about some of those? I don't know. I can't have that open, actually. The only other thing I can think of, you know what? That's not going to help. There we go. We're just going to do it. We're not going to break it over here. We'll just do something like that, maybe. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting in another chest. Oh my gosh. What is going on? This stuff is just getting in the way. Okay, putting in another chest. Let's do that there. And by the way, guys, after this, I think I'm going to go ahead and show you what's going on in the end farm. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be absolutely crazy. So we do that there. And I saw this the other day, and I thought this was a really cool thing. Do that. Break that up. And now we've got a chest facing a little bit of a different direction. There. I don't want it to face all that. There we go. There we go. That looks kind of nice, you know what I mean? Just a little thing to add into it. I know it's kind of weird. Maybe even it will be better off down there, but it's just something to add on. I guess all I have to do is light this area up a bit over here. Oh, no, it's too much. All right, we'll get into it, but this is sort of that feel I'm going for. Look at that, the dark with a bit of light coming from here. I might just have to do a torch along this wall up there, maybe. I don't know. We'll work up the light here as we go. Now what I want to do is I want to go over to the end. Alright guys, so you may be wondering, why have I used such a wide path? And the reason for it is, I'm going to be putting in these chests. Let me actually do some chests. Let's just make a whole massive stack of chests. By the way, this is what we got. We got this hall over here. I've already stolen a little bit actually for the building. But let's just do a full stack like that. Let's just do 2 rows. Two rows of it should be alright. I actually don't need those. And we'll do that there. In fact, can we just... We can use this to our advantage. There we go. There we go. Alright, this will work quite well. This is going to go very, very quickly. So I'm going to be doing this. And then, of course... Really? Can I just do that there? There we go. Okay, that's going to go a lot quicker than actually doing this ourselves, which is great. So what I want to do with these chests is, of course, I want to go over to that level there. That's that one here. And I'm actually just going to go... there in line, and this is why I say we need the tripwire hooks, because I can't actually place anything there. I'm clicking, nothing's going there. I can do that there. I can do it on the next one, and in fact, I'm actually going to go one more block out in each direction. And the reason for that is I really don't want to have the chests too close together, because first of all, it'll be really, really narrow. We'll be walking through a 3-wide gap or a 5-wide gap, which is pretty narrow. But not only that, I also want to have the ability to put in some extra redstone pieces at a later stage, and I don't want to have the gap being a problem. So, things that I'm looking to put in are actually stuff... Should I use that one? I'm going to use that one. Use that one. Cool. So, what I want to do at a later stage is I want to put in the extra little pieces here to say, this is how full we've got up to, what chests we've got up to, because... as the ender pearls come, it's going to slowly fill up chests all the way along until that way there. And as soon as that gets there, I want there to be a really cool thing happen up there. So, I don't know. We'll still have to think about what we want to do, but I want to do something really, really cool. Now, I think what I'm going to have to do is just put in some of these. And this is at least quite easy to get rid of later on, because we can just put this along the way and then break it, because chests don't take up the full block, which is great. So, let's just do that there. All the way along. And what I'm going to do now is I think I'm just going to speed right through it. I turn around for 1 second. And this happens. Oh my gosh. What just happened? Oh man, that's what you get for not having any other spawnable spot. In fact, I'm actually amazed those guys have spawned in there. Maybe they've just teleported, because There should be no spawnable spots there. I've switched the farm off. And by the way, I've got rid of all my armor. This is actually just an extra pickaxe that I've got here. I'm going to have to destroy that, and I'm going to do these all in a row right now. So, this is... oh, man. Really? Okay, yep. Yep, I'm going to have to deal with this problem. Alright, guys. After all of that, overcoming those Endermen, getting all that wood, and crafting all those chests, this is all we've got here. This is it. And it's just... I don't know. I feel like we might not have enough space to store this many ender pearls. I mean, 1 million ender pearls is a lot, and as I say, look at that. Do you think that's enough? Do you think that's enough? I don't know. I'm still in two minds whether or not this storage is enough storage. And it keeps going. It keeps going, guys. Do you think it stops there? Nah. Okay, it actually does. But this is only half of, in fact, less than half of the storage this farm is going to have. Because I've not even accounted for, well, I have not accounted for, but the mathematics behind it has accounted for the hoppers. In fact, we're going to have 1 million ender pearls in just chests. As far as I've calculated mine. So in just chests, we're going to have 1 million ender pearls. Not to mention the hoppers behind it. It's going to be, like, each one of these will have one, plus at least another. It's going to be crazy. It is going to be insane how many chests we're going to have there. And by the way, I think that's all that we have left. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So we're definitely going to have to cut down more of that forest. That's for certain. Man, that is crazy. That is absolutely insane. So let's go back to some building. Alright, so I've done something which might be very, very close to being a bad idea. But that's alright. We'll find out in a few minutes. So, inside here, I'll quickly show you what I've gone ahead and done. Now, this is nowhere near as exciting as what the however many chests we just placed is. But I think this place is looking a little bit more lively. I think it's looking a little bit better. These tables are meant to be like the standing tables that you stand at a bar, but of course they're a little bit too high. I might have to change it over for some brown carpet or something there. But the only thing is, brown carpet's become a very bright color. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but since the color changes, brown carpet isn't like that. It's very, very bright. I can't even find anything that's that bright. Also, the way I'm getting light in here is through this little trick here. I've put in some glass panes, and I've put in a picture frame over there, like a normal painting. Although it works pretty well. And then to also stop things spawning under here, I've put in one of these. But spawning is not going to be a trouble for us all the time, so it shouldn't be too bad with that for a very, very long time, take it that way. We're going to fix it relatively soon. Now, having a look at this, I think it's looking good. Looking nice and finished. The only thing is that we haven't added in the chimney. Until now, I've added in the back chimney. And I've had to do a few little changes, and it looks like nothing is burning down. Which is always, always good, because, of course, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So, one last thing I wanted to do was actually place these here, but I'm realizing that these are going to be on the wrong level. Okay, well, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can just break these. We can put these in here, maybe. I was just looking to make this chimney look a little bit more interesting than what it is. Although I'm feeling like this might not do it, but let's just give it a go. There we go. Yeah, I don't like this chimney. I don't like this chimney at all. It's just, it's too bulgy out the sides, you know? It's, like, very bulgy out here. Maybe we can use these. This could be the final thing to make it look a little bit more... I don't know. I don't want to say I like that. But I need to put a chimney here. That's the only thing. So maybe... That was actually meant to go one more up. What... Is that... Nah, that's not the right height. There. Man, this is... this is really, really tough. But I think that it needs to have the chimney, you know? I mean, we can't just have something in the inside and not have it working on the outside. Man, I cannot jump to save my life today. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm actually amazed I didn't fall into the nether. To be complete... Into the void in the end. That's the most amazing part of this episode for me. I was very much expecting to fall into the void, lose all those chests, and have to restart again. I just felt like I didn't trust myself in there today. But it looks like we did alright. It looks like we did alright. So have a look at that. Yeah, that's definitely better than the nether brick. It's this piece here that I'm not a fan of. Maybe we could do something like this, just to pull it down a little bit more, but I feel like it's way too large. Okay, then we'll do something like this. Not that far out, but that's alright. That's alright, I like the enthusiasm of this thing. There we go. And there. That does mask it a little bit. It does help it out very, very little. Actually, that kind of didn't look too bad just there, but I'm gonna get rid of it. Perfect. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave that, and I'll see. Maybe one of you guys have got a better idea for that. But I think that's that'll do for now. So for today, guys, I think this is going to be the episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It's been a lot of random little things that we've done. In fact, the chest job took a lot more time than what it might have looked like. But overall, I think we've done a very good job of the inside here. I think this is going to work very, very well. It's got a real, like, this is the feel I was going for. I don't know if I'm the only one getting this, but it's a very homely sort of feel in some weird way. And that's what I'm going for. That's what I was really feeling like. I think that does it. I'm so glad that just popped into my head randomly. That's a good idea. So I think that'll do it for today. As I say, guys, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.